Ago, it was announced that a reboot of the Patrick Swayze film Point Break was on the way, and that the lead actor in the film would be 300's Gerard Butler, playing Swayze's old role of Bodhi. However, reports have now come out that Butler has dropped out of the film, and the search for a new Bodhi is underway. Alicia, does Butler's departure from the project hurt the film?
Well, it's definitely a bump in the road. You know, he was the biggest name. The other guy in the film is Australian, Luke Bracey. He hasn't done anything yet, but he's going to be Johnny Utah. So they say they're going to keep their shooting date of late June to start, so they have to work quickly to find a new cast member. But I didn't really like the idea of Gerard Butler as Bodhi, and actually I don't like the idea of a reboot or a remake at all for this film. You know, I get the point when it comes to comic book movies or books or TV shows that you turn into films, but I'm so sick of reboots and remakes, and it can work. I mean, Scarface is a remake, and The Departed is a remake, and I liked RoboCop as a remake.
The Fly was a remake, The Thing was a remake. I mean, the remakes go on and on and on.
Yeah, but I think that they should just re-release this film in cinemas because it's a nostalgic favorite of mine.
And just put a 3D thing over Keanu's face. It's like, it's a new dude.
Yeah, it's a new dude.
Map his face.
Just put it out in cinemas and let a new audience come. I don't know. I'm sick of it. But I'm glad that Gerard's out.
Schnepp?
Well, Gerard's going to be on a satellite trying to save the president in Geostorm.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have time to be a Point Break guy. You know, I think Point Break does need a remake because, like John said, films are always recycled, and it's like whether they change the name of a film, the same story is always kind of retold, and you always hear that, oh, there's only 7 stories. That's not true, but you know, it's good when hey, something works and no one is even aware of that film from the 60s. Unfortunately, that's kind of how life moves. People move forward. And
but it just seems to get quicker and quicker now. It's like the 90s now we're remaking it.
Yeah, you're right. It's quicker, but in the 90s, you know, that's a good 25 years.
That make me feel old.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
it's like, that's 25 years. Like, look at it that way. You're like, hey, in the 70s, they were like cracking stuff off from the 50s. What can we remake, you know? The Thing, The Fly. They were like, the early 80s was a ton of things from the 50s. So it's constantly sourcing and remining and reimagining cool ideas because that branding does affect you a little bit. Like it's been on TV, you saw an older version of it. Hey, here's a refreshed version that's in our time. It just, that appeal is never going to go away.
And yeah, and here's the hard thing of making you feel old. Every year that passes, a smaller and smaller percentage of the regular movie-going audience has ever seen the original Point Break, and probably never will, unfortunately, because it's awesome. Watch Point Break and you'll realize what a rip-off Fast and the Furious is of it.
Yes, exactly.
But it's the original Point Break. I was actually all for this. Like,
really?
Was it going to be as good as the original? No. If for no other reason, Catherine Bigelow wasn't going to be directing the reboot, and she's part of the big reason why the first one was so good. But you know, after seeing this little indie film like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, where Butler played like a surfer, where he was like mentoring.
Maverick?
Yes, that's it. Where he's mentoring the small kid. Like, I can see Bodhi in there. I mean, I think he could have been a good Bodhi. Once again, as good as Swayze? No, but it doesn't have to be as good. Just make it good, right? So I was okay with it. So I think this is unfortunate for the production that he's leaving it because I think he would have been good for the role. Let's see who they cast next.
Vaya con Dios.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.